Hello and welcome to GSKP TV, also known as Georgia Sunflower Kansas Peach, here on YouTube. Today is May 29, Thursday, 2025. Thank you all for joining me. Well, as you can see on the screen, we're doing an update. I thought it would be a good idea that I start going back and doing updates on some of these stories that I bring. You know, they're so open-ended. You know, I tell you one part of the story and don't tell you the next. So I thought we'd start working on that. Okay, I want to say hello to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't do it without you. As you see, we'll be doing an update. Let's listen to our theme song and then we'll get to the matters at hand. All right, thank you for joining me here on GSKP, also known as Georgia Sunflower Kansas Peach TV. You guys, again, I want to thank you for joining me here. Hello to my peach trees and sunflower seeds. You guys, today we're going to talk about Telvin Osborne. What I'm going to do, as I've been doing as of lately, is giving you a little clip so we can go through the history again, and then we'll discuss what's happening. So let's get straight to the clip.
February 23rd, 2025, a single gunshot shattered the early morning silence in Burke County, Georgia. Telvin Osborne lay dead, and the person holding the gun, his girlfriend, Hannah Grace Cobb. But what happened next sparked a nationwide controversy. According to Cobb, she was simply cleaning the gun when it accidentally went off. But here's the problem. Sheriff Alfonso Williams found no evidence that the firearm had been cleaned. No gun cleaning supplies, no explanation for why the gun was even loaded. So if it wasn't an accident, what really happened? Despite her changing story and suspicious circumstances, Cobb wasn't immediately arrested. That's when the internet stepped in. As news of the shooting spread, Osborne's family and social media users began demanding justice. His brother publicly questioned the official story, asking, "Who gets drunk, leaves in the middle of the night, and decides to clean a gun?" Many pointed out that Cobb's father is a police officer, raising suspicions of preferential treatment. The pressure kept building. People compared the case to past examples of racial bias in the justice system, arguing that if the roles were reversed, Osborne would have been arrested on the spot. Within days, social media outrage became too loud to ignore. Cobb was arrested and charged with involuntary manslaughter. But was it enough? This case raises a lot of uncomfortable truths about gun safety, law enforcement bias, and the power of public outrage. Was Cobb simply reckless? Or was this something much darker? And would justice have been served if the internet hadn't spoken up? Let us know your thoughts. Should she face harsher charges, or was this truly a tragic accident? On February
Now, here's the deal with this story, and what really makes it so not so much as interesting, but what actually brought the people to the yard, so to speak, was that this man, this black ass man, this black man right here, was making statements that were very disparaging to black women. He was saying things of the nature that he would never be with a black woman. He would be with animals before he'd be with a black woman. And a black woman can't do this, and a black woman ain't that. I'd rather be the white woman is everything in the world, and the world is the white woman. Okay? All right. Here's my thing. Your preference is your preference. Do you? I don't care anything about that. As I've said many times before, if you love that person for who they are, I don't care what color they are. I don't have to sleep with them, for one, so it doesn't matter to me. But the idea that the things that this man said applied to his mammy, applied to his nieces, his sister, his grandmammy. And for him to say those kind of things that he said about the black woman that brought his ugly ass here is horrible. Now, the black community went up, but the black community did not go up for this man. And for very good reason. Again, because of the disparaging things that he said about black women. Now, we're not going to dwell on that. For the update, she was not charged. She got off killing him. She will not do any time. And you know what? This time, they got it right. They got it right. Him and his brother have said some of the most horrible things about black women that you just can't repeat them. Again, your preference, do what you do. But you don't insult someone else because of your preference. I don't like green beans, so I don't insult someone else because they like them. I just don't like them. That don't mean I say, oh, the green bean is this and the green bean is that, and blah, blah, blah. I don't care for green beans. Same thing with who you date. Same thing with who you like and who you you don't like everybody. That's okay. That don't mean you have to insult everybody that you don't like. You just don't deal with that person. A lot of people don't like motorcycles. Guess what? They don't ride motorcycles. It's real simple. And guess what they're not doing? Walking around insulting people that ride motorcycles. I do not understand why it is when black men date outside the race, they have to insult black women. Now, I've heard lots of men, black men, say, oh, because the black girls didn't want me. Now you see why. Because you are lame. That's why. They could see in you that you didn't like you. That now you know why. Not because you liked Sally Sue for Sally Sue. You thought liking Sally Sue would make you better than you. Even with you dating, you still a black man regardless. Your mama's still black. Your family's still black. And that white woman let you know you black too, didn't she? She took your life like a lamed horse. You know how they take a lamed horse out in the field and shoot him? That's what she did to you. And it's sad. Because now that same black mama is grieving the loss of her son. That same black sister that you insulted, and auntie, they're grieving your loss. And they didn't deserve that. I don't care how country and foolish they are. They didn't deserve that. Though he said these terrible things, he is somebody's brother. He is somebody's uncle. He is somebody's cousin. And because of his foolishness, that thing that's standing up there with him has taken him from them same black, ugly ass women that he talked about that loved him dearly. Them same black women that he wouldn't touch. They are grieving him right now. This thing that's standing up here beside him, she has gone on about her business. That woman is free and walking around here with her family, looking for the next black man she gonna be with. You guys, sorry. Kodak, be quiet. And if I excuse me, if I was related to him, despite the foolish things he said, I would get them black babies out of the house with her. Now you can say what you want to. Get them black babies out of the house with her. Because those children look like him. Those children will act like him. And you know how y'all get so triggered. Something could happen to those children as well. I would make it my life's mission to get those children away from her. Because this woman, their father, and I don't care what anybody says, every child, they can hold their hand a certain kind of way. They can hold their mouth a certain kind of way. And somebody will say, oh, look at you looking like your daddy. You look just like your daddy today. And she is set off. And this poor innocent child may be hurt badly or worse. Me myself, I'm gonna pray for the children, for the babies, because they're totally innocent. They had absolutely nothing to do with this foolishness between their parents. That this idiot man spewed. All he had to do is, because he wanted to be with her, was gone and live his happy life with her. All he had to do was keep his mouth shut. You didn't have to say one word about a black woman. And the thing about it is, the community would have rallied in behind him, despite the fact he's with the white woman. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. That's not new. But because of the terrible things he says, ain't nobody finna back you, bro. Cuz, my boy, nobody's gonna back that. We're not backing that. I know you got your coons, your whatever, your Sambos that will, but y'all go ahead. That's y'all's thing. But for those of us in the black community, power to the people community, we're not backing that kind of crap. We're not. We're not. And no one deserves this kind of treatment. Nobody. Nobody. So now this man is gone. And the thing about it is this the investigation. That wasn't no investigation. This happened in February. And she's already off. Ain't no February. And they've already determined and again I say and I've had to say it so much within the last few months. The climate we're in, the racial climate that we are in, you mean to tell me? And then y'all's racist administration? Come on, man. We're not dumb. And you know it. You know it. And you mean to tell me racism doesn't exist? Really? Well, turn P. Diddy loose. If racism doesn't exist, send him to the house. Turn R. Kelly loose. This is crazy. This woman has gotten away with murder, and I hope he hanks her to death till she goes. Now, don't hang her until after they get the children out of the home, but I hope he hanks her ass till she just Woo, she can't sleep, she can't eat, she can't do nothing. I hope he haunts the shit out of her. I sure do. For them babies, haunt the shit out of her. I hope this drives her completely and totally mad. Not because of Telvin Osborne, but because of Telvin Osborne. They kill us left and right to center. And there seems to be no repercussions for it. I do not care about Telvin Osborne. But I care about Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. The list goes on and on. Sonia Massey. Whether it's police or civilian, they murder us. That is the only reason why I would care about this. This has got to stop. If this is okay, they need to let Mr. Rodney Hinton go. Turn him loose. Carmelo Anthony, turn them people loose. Let those people go home. Let those people go home. If this is okay, if she can get off scot-free, you need to let Carmelo Anthony, he needs to go home. You need to let Mr. Rodney Hinton go home. Those people need to be released immediately. She point blank shot and killed this man. No way around it. Even though his brother's an idiot too, he's right about the fact who gets drunk and goes home and cleans a gun. Are you serious? Are you serious? He deserves justice because of the act that she committed. It's not okay, even if he is a dumbass, even if he is an asshole. It's not okay. He's still a human being. And unfortunately, he was a black one. He was an ignorant black one, but he was a black one. And if we let this one slide, but also, you talked yourself right on into this. Excuse me. He talked himself right into this. The greatest thing, the most beautifulest thing he ever loved on this earth, the greatest thing ever walked on two legs, whatever. Look at what it did to him. You know, lots of times in my podcast I add a little scripture. Not because I'm so holy, I just understand how it relates and correlates. The scripture says, "You shall have no other God before me." And he worshiped her. And look what it got him. Look at what it got him. You have to be careful. There's no coming back from this. We don't get to see him again. There's no do-overs. It's a wrap. And again, I hope he haunts her to death. Somebody get those children. I think I don't want to give him too much time because of his actions and how he talked about us as a black folk. But the update needed to be put out there. This woman is free. No charges being filed against her. So look like Mr. Telvin, you got just what you wanted. Just what you wanted. So, I think I've come to the end of my podcast for today. I just wanted to give an update on what happened with this woman. Again, thank you to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds for joining me here on GSKP TV, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach on YouTube. Today is the 29th of May, Thursday, 2025. Again, I appreciate you all for joining me here on GSKP TV. We talk about movies, life, whatever. Safe space. As I always say, make sure you wash your hands, wear your masks when needed. You know, we still got things going on out here. We can't just walk around all willy-nilly like we used to. We just can't do it no more. Too much going on out here. You know, we got to look out for one another. As I always say, you guys, you know I love you so very much, and thank you for joining me. I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.